coffee and something to do while I'm watching TV, so it's a nice little get a little something out of my boredom, right? Well, my name is Amy Gray. I am the business development manager for Mid-Atlantic, so I cover Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, and West Virginia. So if you're in any of those territories, please feel free to reach out to me. But Iberostar, we are a family-owned company, and our our staff is our family. Like Nina mentioned, I've been with Iberostar for 18 years now. There's only one other BDM that's been with us longer, and she's been there 21 years now. So we are truly a family, and we treat everybody like family. And so we have hotels throughout the world. We're not only in the Caribbean and Mexico, we're also in Europe. As you can see, we have over 120 resorts. We are Spanish owned, so a majority of our hotels are there. But as you can see, we're also in Greece, we're in Montenegro, we're in Portugal, Africa. We even have a hotel in New York City and also in Brazil. And we also even have our own cruise ship that goes up and down the Amazon River. And we just opened a hotel in Peru as well. So we are everywhere and we're constantly expanding. But some of the values that we uphold with our staff and our throughout our hotels is our responsibility. So we are actually started our wave of change movement to help be responsible towards the environment and do everything that we can to help preserve our planet. And we are transparent with everything that we do. All of our decisions and actions, you'll constantly see blurbs about what we're doing in like the Travel Weekly and some of the other presses. But we're also humble in what we do because we have a passion for our staff and our clients and everything that we do. And we are creative. So we're always coming up with different ideas. And the owners of the company, they take into account what some of the ideas that we come up with as well. But what defines us, with all of our hotels, we are in the best locations, and on some of the best beaches in the world. So, I'm gonna focus on Caribbean and Mexico today, but we do have some of the best beaches in, throughout Europe as well. And our sustainability, I'll go into that as well, and our cuisine is absolutely to die for. Like, you have I have an 11-year-old, and he is picky as anything, but he always finds something to eat. And our quality and our personality, so we do strive to be the best and to have your clients come back again and again, whether it's to the same Iberostar or, from one Iberostar to another. But with our wave of change, we've actually incorporated that into our new Star Camp. We've completely revamped our Star Camp. So we've broken them down into three different age groups. So we have our monkeys, which are 4 to 7, our dolphins, which are 8 to 12, and then we have our eagles, which are 13 to 17. And we worked with a child psychologist to come up with over 140 different activities to do with the kids that entertain them, help them to have fun, but also teach them different things. They do things from agriculture, planting food and picking the vegetables and then cooking with them, teaching them about recycling. They do STEM projects, they do exploring. So not only are they learning, but they're having fun as well. I can't even get my son out of the Star Camp. So whenever we go, we make sure he stays with us for a couple of days so we can have some family fun because by the time he goes there, he's just waving to us, like, "Hey, all right, I'm going, have fun," So, but we also incorporated aliveness. So we want the parents to connect with themselves as well. So we do everything from your spa to the non-motorized water sports. We do yoga classes, we do culinary classes and wine tastings. So we want to help you to reconnect with yourself. And honest food. We've started working with MSC certified fishermen to only have the freshest fish, the fish that's in season so they don't overfish. We work with the local butchers, and they have USDA grade beef that we incorporate into our meals, and our local farmers. So everything is fresh. That our chefs have gone out and picked out everything right there from the local markets. And if you're like me, when I'm in a destination, I wanna try their food. So I'm always trying. I'm in Jamaica, I'm doing the jerk chicken and the Jamaican patties and, and the guacamole in Mexico is to die for. It's amazing. But also as part of our wave of change, we've actually, opened coral nurseries. So we hired scientists, and they are studying the coral reefs. They have, beds of coral reefs that they're feeding and helping to repair and to grow, and then they take it out into the ocean and they incorporate it there. Staff or clients can even go and talk to the scientists and see what they're doing, and they'll actually teach them what they're doing and show them, and even let them feed the coral, which is a neat experience. And as part of our wave of change commitments, in 2020, we've gotten rid of all single use plastics at all of our properties. So you're going to find refillable water bottles in everyone's room. And all of throughout the properties, you're going to find Vero water stations where you can go and refill those bottles. So you're not going to find the plastic bottles in the resorts. And by 2025, we're trying to go waste free. And by 2030, we're trying to go carbon neutral. So we've in by doing that, we've actually incorporated an AI technology in our kitchens that help us see the amount of waste that is going out, like how much food we're throwing away. And they've actually helped us reduce waste by 50% at all of our all inclusives. So you can imagine as an all inclusive how much food goes to waste. So we've actually reduced that by 50% in 6 months. So we're trying to do that by 2025 and be completely waste free. And I mentioned our responsible seafood consumption. And number and the third one is the ecosystems throughout our properties. I mentioned the coral nurseries, but we also plant mangroves to help with the erosion on the beaches and to help with the oxygen. We're trying to get all that by 2030. And on to the hotels. Um, we've broken our hotels down into different segmentations. So we have our city hotels, like our 70 Park Avenue in New York City, or the Iberostar Miraflores in Peru, or some of our hotels in Madrid and Barcelona and Palma de Mallorca. But we also have heritage hotels where we've actually taken old buildings and we've refurbished them and turned them into hotels, but we've kept that unique architecture. And then we of course our beachfront resorts. And our beachfront resorts are broken down into four different levels. So that way, no matter what destination you're in, if you're staying in that level, you're going to get the same amenities, same level of service. So that way, it helps you to distinguish between the different segmentations. So first is our Iberostar resorts. These are the affordable luxury all inclusives. You're going to get great service, great food, the only difference is you might be limited to the times you can go to the a la carte restaurants based on how many nights you're staying. So, for example, every 3 nights that you stay, we will guarantee one seating in the a la carte restaurants. So for a 7-night stay, your clients will get 3 reservations, but I always tell people, make your guaranteed reservations, and then if anything's available, they will seat you the additional, seatings. It just depends on staffing. So we staff our restaurants according to how many reservations that we have. But it's a great price point for those families that might be traveling on a budget, but they still want that great all inclusive. And all of our Iberostars interchange with each other. So, for example, if you're staying at the Iberostar Preso Beach or the Iberostar Preso Del Mar, in the Riviera Maya, you can go down to the Iberostar Toucan and Quetzal and spend the day there down in Playa del Carmen. Or you can even go to Cozumel for the day and stay and spend the day at the Iberostar Cozumel. And then we have our Iberostar selection. These are our 5-star family friendly resorts, innovative luxury, great food, great service. You're going to have unlimited a la carte dining. So every night you can eat in a different a la carte restaurant. You have exchange privileges with the Iberostar properties. So they're usually located right next door. And you also have room service available from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at these properties. And then next we have our coral level resorts. These are our hotels within a hotel. So right now we only have two in the Caribbean and Mexico. We have the coral level at Iberostar Selection Cancun, which is our adults only property. And then we have our coral level at Iberostar Selection Bavaro in Punta Cana, which is family friendly. These are a more contemporary junior suite hotels within a hotel. So they're a little more boutique. You get upgraded amenities. So you have 24-hour room service, you have top shelf alcohol here. Um, you have the waiter service around the pool and on the beach. You have the bally beds on the beach, which are nice. And then you have the exchange privileges with the Iberostar Selection and the Iberostar. And then we have my favorite. Unfortunately, I can't stay here too much because I have the 11-year-old, but our Iberostar Grand hotels are adults only properties. They come with butler service in our upgraded room categories. You have gourmet dining. When I was here, I had lobster for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the food is absolutely phenomenal. You have the waiter service around the pool and on the beach. Um, you have the personalized service in your room. So your butler or your concierge will ask you, what you need. And I just kept telling the butler, come home with me and I'll give you plenty to do, you know. So it's that kind of attention to details that they do. So where are we? I showed you the map of where we were all over the focusing on Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Mexico. And first, we have our Mexico resorts. We have 11 hotels here now. So we have our 5 resorts in the Preso complex. Then we have 2 down in Playa del Carmen. We have the 2 right in Cancun. Then we have the Iberostar Cozumel. And then over on the west coast of Mexico, we have the Iberostar Selection Playa Mita. So I'm going to quickly go through all of these hotels just to show you some of the pictures. This is our Iberostar Grand Preso. This is the adults only property. This is one of 5 hotels within the complex. You have oceanfront rooms available here. We also have standard rooms, but you have our main swimming pool, as you can see here, which is a heated saltwater pool. So you don't get all those harsh chemicals, which I love. But you also have a quiet pool, and then you also have a pool in our spa, which has like a retractable roof. So if the weather's not cooperating, we close the roof so you can still enjoy the pool. Um, and these are your standard rooms. Every room here pretty much looks the same. It's just the views that change. So we either have a king size bed or 2 double beds. You can see this is one of our oceanfront rooms, but the standard rooms look exactly the same. It's just you might be overlooking the garden. But all the rooms come with mini bar service where they'll restock it daily. You have an espresso coffee machine in there. You have robes and slippers. You have 24-hour room service. They do a turn down service in the evening. You do have the butler service in the at this hotel in the oceanfront rooms and higher. And each room also has a pillow menu. So if you prefer a certain type of pillow, your butler can bring you a pillow. I had an agent tell me she couldn't decide, so one of her butler brought her one of each. So she slept on a different pillow every night. And of course, you have the jacuzzi tubs in the bathrooms. And if you want to iron, they have it there for you as well. And this is just the main pool areas. We also have in the top right are one of our restaurants, and then on the bottom right is our one of our villa rooms. We actually have 10 villas that have a private plunge pool on the patio. So if you have those honeymooners that want to be a little more secluded, this is a great option for them. And then right next door, we have the Iberostar Selection Preso Maya Suites. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention for the Iberostar Grand Prix, so we are gonna be closing that in August, just for the month of August for renovations. We're gonna be adding some of the rooms, we're gonna make, pool access rooms. We're gonna redo 2 of the restaurants. We're gonna renovate the villa rooms and add a star cafe as well. Um, but right next door, we have the family-friendly Iberostar Selection Preso Maya Suites. We just completed renovating all of the rooms here over the past 2 years. So all the rooms are fresh and new. Um, they completely gutted them and redid them. They're absolutely beautiful. You can see here they were very brightly colored, and we muted everything down, except for the little pops of color, as you can see. But all the rooms are junior suites. Some of them do have the pull-out sofa beds available. But at all of our family-friendly resorts, we also have what we call our two-bedroom family suites. And this is 2 rooms that are guaranteed connecting. So you have, a king bed in one room or 2 double beds in the or I'm sorry, and 2 double beds in the other room. Then you have, mini bars in the room that are stocked with beer, soda, and bottled water, and they stock that daily. You have room service available from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and they do the turn down service, and they have the jacuzzi tubs in the bathroom as well. You can see our, I call this the snake bar. It's actually the pyramid that you saw a few slides ago, the inside of that. Um, so we call that our office. So we do we do a lot of meetings there. And on the sides are some of the restaurants. So it's very everything's very centrally located. And then next door to that, we have the Iberostar Selection Preso Lindo. They do share the pool areas and most of the restaurants with each other. There are 2 restaurants that are exclusive to Maya guests at the Maya. But all the other restaurants are shared, as well as the pool area, and you can see the new water slides we have there. Um, we have a wave pool, we have the lazy river there, and we also have a splash park for the kids as well. And we've renovated the first 2 buildings at this hotel, and then we're going to complete renovations starting at the end of August of next year, of this year. Still not in 2024 yet for some reason. Um, but as you can see, this is our main pool area, and these are the refreshed rooms that we've done. So by Christmas of this year, all the rooms will look like this. You have the beautiful beach, the pool areas, as well as some of the restaurants. And then next door to that, we have the Iberostar Preso Beach and the Iberostar Preso Del Mar. They are sister properties. They share everything. Um, what I love about this hotel is the pool. As you can see, it starts down at the beach, but it goes all the way back to the lobby area. Um, you can sw It takes probably, I think, 20 minutes to go from one end of the pool to the other, and you can actually swim from one end to the other. Um, so we'll keep the kids busy, or you can get your exercise if you want. Um, and here you have the room areas, and then we also have these couches in all the rooms, which I like. So if you have smaller kids, you can actually they can take these cushions off the back of the couch, and they can turn that into a twin size bed, so that they don't have to bring in a rollaway, and take up a lot of the walking areas. So if you have clients that need that, they can still have the king size bed, for mom and dad, and put the kids on the love seat. You can see more of the pool areas. And the Preso del Mar is exactly the same as the Preso Beach. It's just the colors the rooms are decorated in. So you can see they still have the couch area, and this is a room with a king bed. You can see this is actually one of our two-bedroom connecting suites. So the second room will be very similar to this, but with two double beds for the kids. And you can see our buffet restaurant here and one of the rooms for our star camp. If you can't tell, this is for our monkeys. They have the little climbing areas. Then down at Playa del Carmen, we have the Iberostar Toucan and the Iberostar Quetzal. These are sister properties similar to the Preso Beach and Preso del Mar. So one room's orange, one room is blue. That's pretty much the only difference. But this is within walking distance of Playa del Carmen, where you can go shopping. They have restaurants and nightclubs. You can even take the ferry over to Cozumel for the day, and you can spend the day over at the Iberostar Cozumel. And then here we have the Iberostar Selection Cancun. We did just finish renovating the wing to the main building there on the left, and we're renovating the one that's sticking out towards the beach right now. What we're doing is we're closing down one floor at a time, or actually three floors at a time. So the floor that we're working on will close the floor above it and below it. So we're not disturbing any of the guests. And what I like about this hotel is we also have villa rooms, and we have oceanfront swim out villas right there, as you can see. But we have a beautiful stretch of beach there. And this hotel is only about 15 minutes from the airport. So it's a great option for those clients that want to be close. And these are the newly renovated rooms here. The lead-in room category does not have a balcony, but they can open these doors like a sliding glass doors. And there's a French balcony, so you can still get that beautiful ocean breeze coming into your room. And then here's the main pool area. It's one of the restaurants. And then next door, we have the Coral Level at Iberostar Selection Cancun. This is an adults only property. It's about 10 minutes, like I mentioned, 15 minutes from the airport. It does have share privileges with the Iberostar Selection Cancun, so they can go next door and use all the restaurants there. And these are what all the rooms look like, with the exception, this is one of our rooftop rooms. They have a staircase that will take them to the roof of the hotel, where they have a private plunge pool up there. But all the rooms are oceanfront, so you can look out right from your balcony and look out at the ocean. The rooms that don't have the staircase on it, they do have a jacuzzi tub out there as well. So you can see the pool areas with the Iberostar Cancun next door. And then down in Cozumel, we have the Iberostar Cozumel. This is a great boutique hotel, great for snorkeling and scuba diving if you have those clients. I do recommend water shoes for this hotel because we are close to the Palancar Reef. We do have a lot of coral, but once you get past a certain point, the coral does go away. So, but once you get past that, um, or getting into the water is a little rough sometimes, but we do have ladders on the pier so clients can go past the coral and into the water from there. And here you have your standard rooms here, beautiful views of the ocean, great beach here. And then over in Puerto Vallarta in the Riviera Nayarit section, we have the Iberostar Selection Playa Mita. This is a great hotel for families. It is about 45 minutes from the Puerto Vallarta airport, but it's north of the airport. So you get the beautiful beaches, you have beautiful sunsets and views of the mountains here. Sometimes you can even see the whales in Banderas Bay right there. Um, but it's a beautiful area. Sayulita is only about 15 minutes away, and we do have a bus that will go down there a few times a day. And all the rooms have either a garden view, mountain view, or ocean view, but all the rooms are exactly the same. And then we go to Dominican Republic, and we have our Bavaro complex in Punta Cana, and we have the 5 resorts there, as well as our own golf course. And then we have the Iberostar Hacienda Dominicus in La Romana, and then we have in Puerto Plata, the Iberostar Costa Dorada. And here we have the Iberostar Grand Bavaro. This is where Mo stayed with me. So we had a great time here. We went into the ship here, which turns into a nightclub at night. So they have a pool table down there, but they do karaoke, and we were doing a bunch of line dancing and having a blast. But again, this is our adults only property. Beautiful junior suite rooms. You have some of our restaurants here, the pool area, the beautiful Bavaro Beach with that white sand. It's like powder, so it just comes right off. And then right next door, we have the Iberostar Selection Bavaro Suites. We renovated this hotel right before COVID happened. So all the rooms are fresh and new. They have couches and love seats here. So what they can if you have mom, dad, and 2 kids, and one of them is a younger kid, we do have, the love seat and the couch that can be turned into beds for them, but we also have the family suites as well. And then we have next door to that, the Coral Level Bavaro. Here you get the upgraded amenities. They do have 2 restaurants that are exclusive to the Coral Level guests. All junior suite rooms. We've added, some smaller pool areas, and you can see some of the bally beds on the beach. And then next door to that, we have the Iberostar Dominicana and the Iberostar Punta Cana. They do share the pool areas, restaurants, bars. They're mirror images of each other, so it's just the difference the rooms are decorated in. So you can see, like, some of the different areas. We have our lobbies, the main pool area. And then we just finished renovating the Iberostar Punta Cana. So all the rooms look like this. So the king bedded rooms do have this coral color, and then the room with 2 double beds has an aqua color. And this couch actually unfolds into like a double bed in for the or for the king rooms, and then it'll fold out to a twin bed for the rooms in the 2 doubles. And then we have our DC6 disco right there, and some of our lobby bar. And then down in La Romana, we have the Iberostar Selection Hacienda Dominicus. This is one of my favorite resorts. It's only about 45 minutes from the Punta Cana airport, but it's newly renovated, but it has a beautiful beach, and we're kind of protected by a cove, so we don't get a lot of seaweed here. We don't get a lot of the rough water. So if you have clients traveling with small kids, it's a great option for them. And our beach is huge. It just goes on forever. These are the newly renovated rooms here and some of the restaurants. And then up in Puerto Plata, we have the Iberostar Costa Dorada. This is great for anybody who likes water sports that have to do with the wind, like surfing or windsurfing. We get, because it's on the north end of the island, they do get a lot of the rougher waves sometimes, and the sand's not as white here as it is in Punta Cana, but it's still a great property. You can actually walk off the resort, and there's shopping, there's restaurants, there's nightclubs, so lots to do. And then in Jamaica, we are right in Montego Bay, so only about 15 minutes from the Montego Bay airport. This is the Iberostar Grand Rose Hall. All three of these resorts are located right, they're actually connected. So they're built in a U shaped with everything very centrally located in the middle. And they're connected so that it's very easy to get from one to another. So if you have clients that are looking for meeting space, we do have that available and they can stay at the different levels. And the grands here, we are going to be renovating the rooms here, um, starting within the next couple of months. So keep an eye out for that. And then right next door, we have the Iberostar Selection Rose Hall Suites. This is one of our most popular resorts, I think, for families. We have a lazy river here. We have the splash park for the kids that's in between the suites and the beach hotels so that the kids share that. We're going to be renovating the rooms here as well, slowly but surely. So um, soon come, as Jamaicans say. um, and then right next door, we have the Iberostar Rose Hall Beach. And right before COVID, we did renovate the rooms here. We did some changes to some of the restaurants and some of the bars. We've added an ice cream parlor here. We do the foam party at this resort, in the pool, so the families really do enjoy it. And on to special segments. We have recently relaunched our wedding program. So if you do happen to have anybody looking at destination weddings, we only do one wedding per day at our grand hotels, and we do two weddings per day at our family friendly resorts. So we like to make it the wedding couple's day. And by doing that, we've completely unpackaged everything. So what we do is we send our wedding couple a questionnaire, and they'll fill out the questionnaire, and we will send them an inspiration based on the answers to their questions. So we completely customize everything. We do have one wedding package. It's called the Evergreen package, and or I'm sorry, the Nature of Love wedding package, and they can actually build on that if they want to. Um, or they can just leave it as is. And I think that starts at $1,200 for 12 people. And we've also added what we call wedding week. And because we were hearing from the wedding couples that their families didn't really know each other. So they ended up getting split up because one side of the family was on one side of the resort and the other side of the wedding couple's family was on the other side. So they were getting separated. So what we came up with was entertainment butlers. So we actually come up with an itinerary to keep the group entertained and together and doing different activities together. So this is just an example of what we can do. So like the first day they would do like a welcome cocktail party. The second day they would go on an excursion together. The third day the guys go and play golf, the women go to the spa. Day 4 is the wedding day, and then day 5 is the farewell. This is not only for wedding couples, we can do this for family reunions or corporate groups if they want to do that. So we can customize this to whatever they want. This is just an example of what we can do. Mm, And all of that is commissionable to you at 10%. And then we also have our honeymoon collection. We've come up with different packages for the wedding or the honeymooners to actually have an experience other than just going to a resort. So we can do what we call our Pampered in Paradise, which is geared towards spa treatments, or we have our global culinarians, and those are for the foodies where we do like a they meet with one of the chefs and they do like a cooking class. We have the Adventure Moon where they can go on an excursion, or the cultural enthusiast where you can actually go and meet different people and learn about the destination that they're staying in. Or if they're not sure what they want, we have the Star Moon, which kind of incorporates a little bit of everything from each one. And those are also commissionable to you. And if your wedding couple isn't sure, they're trying to decide between Iberostar and another resort, and they want to come down and see the hotels. We have our first look experience, which is a discounted 2-night stay. Clients can come meet with us. They can meet with the wedding coordinator, vendors like the florist, the DJs, the photographer, just to get an idea of what they're looking for. And if they do um, book their wedding with us, then they will include that during, or they will credit that 2-night stay towards their wedding group. And proposal collection. So if you have clients that are looking to propose, we can make it memorable and special for them as well. And we do have our own golf courses in Riviera Maya and Cancun and at the Bavaro complex in Punta Cana. They're designed by PB Dye, 18-hole golf courses. We do have special rates for our Iberostar Grand guests where they can play unlimited rounds of golf for $89 per person per day. And we do have discounted rates for other our guests staying at other Iberostar resorts. And general information. Hopefully, you guys are all star agents and you signed up for our rewards program because we want you to earn those points for your bookings so you can come and stay with us. So make sure you are signed up at staragents.com. And we usually ask you sign up as an agency so that that way you can interchange points with each other. So if somebody didn't have enough points for their entire stay and you knew you weren't going to use your points, you could give some to one of your coworkers. Um, so you can sign up like that, and then we make it easy for you. When you do sign up, you get a 4-digit code, and you can enter that code during the booking process with your preferred tour operator, and your points will go automatically into your account. If you do happen to forget, we do have a missing points section that you can fill out, and all you have to do is attach a screenshot to the information, and our star agents team will add it for you. And you can use your points at our hotels worldwide. So I have an agent here in Pennsylvania that she does a lot of groups. Last year, she went to Europe for a whole month and stayed at Iberostar and did not spend a dime for a month. So she just went from one Iberostar to another and had an amazing time. And we also have our iberostaragents.com website, which we've recently relaunched. We're constantly adding information here for you. You can sign up for Star Agents. You can sign up for Iberostar Pro, which is our booking engine. You can find resort contacts, all of our wedding information. You can download the lookbook and you can send it off to your clients. Golf information. You can even do a virtual tour. So if you see a certain room type, you can actually go and look and walk through that room, or even the restaurants there as well. You can download flyers. We have resort photos. We're going to be adding webinars on there that you can watch at your leisure. And you can also find your BDM contact as well. And we also have our Iberostar app. I use this every single day. I have agents that ask me, "Hey, does this restaurant offer gluten-free options or vegetarian options?" Or different activities that are going out throughout the day. You can actually download the app and you can sign in as a guest and you can look at the different hotels. You can see the activities, the restaurant menus, the bar menus. Um, you can find different activities that are going on off property within that destination. You can make and then you can also see spa information, golf information there. And then once you get to resort, you can sign in with your room number and you can make restaurant reservations so you don't have to go and see the concierge. You can just do it right there through the app or make your spa appointments, contact the front desk through that. You can even order room service on there as well. And we have Iberostar Pro. I know nowadays a lot of clients are using their own miles to book their air. So you're only booking the hotel portion for them and maybe the transfers. But if you do have that, please think of us for that because we do have we start you out at 14% commission on our Iberostar Pro website. So just for the hotel, you would get 14%. And for every $5,000 that you spend, we will up that percentage point by 1% all the way up to 19% in one calendar year. So if you have those options, I highly recommend thinking about booking it through us directly. Um, but if you do happen to book with our different tour operator partners, we do have exclusive perks. For example, with ALG, we do have our for the Iberostar Grand Preso and the Iberostar Grand Bavro. If your clients are staying for 3 nights or more, they'll receive free private round trip transfers. And if they're staying at the Iberostar Grand Rose Hall in Montego Bay, they'll receive, for 5 nights or more, they'll get free Club Mobe departure. So they can take advantage of going through the fast lines, getting and going to the lounge there. So it's a great tool. And we also have some perks that we just launched with Vacation Express, where we're now part of their freebies. So if you book 5 nights or more at our Iberostar Grand hotels, you're going to get 2 free nights for yourself. And for all the family friendly resorts, if you book 5 nights or more, you're going to get 1 free night for yourself. So you can actually double dip. So you can still earn your Star Agents points, but you'll get the freebies with Vacation Express as well. And also this month, we are Partner of the Month with GoGo Worldwide Vacations, where if your clients are traveling starting April 1st, if you book them in the month of January, you'll get 3% bonus commission. So keep an eye out for that as well. And new hotels that we're building, we are working on the Iberostar Grand Playa Mita in Puerto Vallarta. And this will be an adults only hotel located right next door to the Iberostar Selection Playa Mita. I don't have an official opening date for that one yet, but we are going into Aruba. So we are all very excited about this one. This is the Iberostar Grand Aruba, scheduled to open in October of 2024. This will be an adults only property, but it will be EP, so it will not be all inclusive. We're not sure yet if they're going to offer like a breakfast plan or anything like that yet, but we will get more information closer to when it opens. We should start contracting with the tour operators for this in April. So keep an eye out for that if you have clients looking, and it'll be right on Eagle Beach. You can see the artist rendering pictures here. And this is my contact information. If you are in my territory, this is also located on iberostaragents.com. But I'm going to ask you all to join our Iberostar Star Agents USA Facebook group. We have over 3,700 travel agents as part of that group from all over the US. And we post a lot of promotions that we're doing. agents ask questions there and they get feedback. And then I also have for my territory, Iberostar Agents Mid-Atlantic. So if I'm posting any FAMs or if I'm doing any meet and greets, coffee times, I'll post it there. So if agents want to come and see me, so keep an eye out. Request to join that, but make sure you do answer the membership questions for both groups, just so we know that you're an agent in the US and in our territories. And if you're not in my territory, these are the BDMs for that are across the US. A lot of them are new. So like Carlos, Mike, and Kathy have just started working with us over the past couple months. But Jan and I have been with Iberostar forever, and Suzanne joined us about 6 years ago. So some of you may know Suzanne from down there in Georgia. She's now in Florida. But please look for your BDM. If you don't see the state listed, um, you can contact your closest BDM or any one of us. We're always happy to help. And I know the print is small on this, but you can find this on iberostaragents.com. And if you click on the My Team, it'll pop up. So, and that is all. Thank you for joining us. And at this time, I'll take any questions you may have.
All right, let me look in the chat box. I told you guys it was going to be a lot of interesting information. They have properties everywhere, and it is an amazing thing. Also, their travel agent rates are amazing. The point system, you guys have got to take advantage of this. So get to selling. Make sure that you register and get to selling. Okay.
Points are pretty much dollar for dollar, or dollar for point with our star agents, and you get 50% off of like our iberostar.com rates. So I have an agent looking for November, and she's like, for adults going to the Maya, it was only $2,100. So 2,100 points for November.
Adults. Amazing. Andre Crawford reiterated about you being in the Philadelphia area. So yes, she is. If you guys have any questions about the material that she just went over or contact information or anything, now is the time. Make sure that you ask your questions now. This webinar is recorded, so you guys will be able to review it. And I will update the YouTube channel within the next 72 hours. So it'll be there. If you don't have the YouTube channel, let me know and I will make sure that you get it. Okay, are the guests available to take the water bottles home as a souvenir?
Um, the water bottles are glass, so we don't recommend that you take them. They're usually used just for in the rooms, but sometimes if you do ask for water at the bar, at some of the hotels, they do have the plastic water bottles. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but like this one, oop, sorry, no, my background's not letting me, but it's like a blue, oh, there we go. They'll sometimes give those out at the bars. So you can take those home, but the glass ones have to stay in the rooms.
Okay, next question. When do you anticipate the remodel being completed in Jamaica?
In Jamaica, they're saying it's going to be ongoing throughout the year, but it should be done by November. What they're going to do is close down one wing at a time.
Aloha. Okay, those of you who are asking for the YouTube channel, I'm getting ready to post it now. LaDonna wants to know if you can go over the 100% responsible seafood consumption again, please.
Well, basically, we only we only work with fishermen that are MSC certified. So they agree to not overfish certain populations of fish that aren't in season. So we need fish, different times of year need time to repopulate and to grow. So so you're not going to have lobster year round. So there is like a 3-month stretch where you're not gonna find lobster available because it's not in season. So,
Okay, that's interesting to know. Do you guys have any other questions? They said thank you.
thank
Okay.
you.
And here is the YouTube channel for the walkthroughs. I just posted it in the chat. All right. Great presentation. Lots of thank yous. And it is the top of the hour. We usually go an hour. So you guys have her contact information. Again, this is Amy Gray from Iberostar. This has been recorded. So we'll make sure that you guys have access. Be sure to register for Star Agents and stay in touch. Learn as much as you can learn. This is a great brand to sell. They treat their clients like jewels. I know I went and I experienced it myself, and I've been selling it ever since. This is a great go-to brand that you guys can sell over and over, and your clients will be happy. Make sure that you get with Amy if you have any questions, more detailed questions about specific properties that you are considering selling. And even if you guys want to put together a group or something, you definitely want to talk to Amy so that you'll know how to market it. You need to know the information about the properties. The more you know, the better that you can sell the property. You'll sell it with more confidence. So again, thank you guys for taking time. Thank you, Amy, for taking time out of your evening to jump on and train our agents. I personally appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I will be in touch with you, even though you're not in my area. I will still stay in touch, and I'll get in touch with my BDM as well. I do have a lot of agents in your area, and Mo is one of those. So I know that we will be seeing you and talking with you.
Yes.
You guys make sure that you tell Amy thank you and stay in touch. Thanks for logging in tonight and taking time to pour into yourself. Agents that know a lot sell a lot. So you did the right thing by logging in and learning what you learned tonight. We will see you guys either on Saturday for the travel and marketing training or next Wednesday for the next walkthrough Wednesday. This is your one-star platinum peach, Mrs. Nina Jackson Mitchell. And this webinar is officially over. You guys stay warm and stay safe and stay well. One love, y'all.
Thank you, everyone.